Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how to create tags in Zoho CRM. If you have ever wondered how you can just group your certain leads and certain deals using just a particular tag, and you just want to see everyone who have a particular tag, or you want to see all of the leads that have a particular tag, yeah, I am going to teach you how to create those tags in Zoho CRM. So just think of tags as the digital sticky notes, where you write a little bit of notes about a particular contact, and it helps you label your different records like your leads, your contact, your deals, your account, and so on. So tags are actually very flexible, and you can add them to any records that you want. So you can add them to any module, you can add them to any record that you want to add them to. So a tag can be a hot lead, it can be like unresponsive, or you want to say maybe an attendee to a particular event, or maybe there's a course subscription and you want to add that tag, you can just add that as course student or whatever you want to add it as. So y- the first thing you want to do is you want to determine which module or which record you want to create that tag for. So are we creating tags for leads? Are we creating tags for contacts? Are we creating tags for any of this particular module that we have? We can create the tags for them. And for this video, I'll be creating tags for my leads. So when you go into your leads module, you want to click on action, and under the action you can see various menu. You can see various options from the drop down, and you want to pick manage tags. So when you click on manage tags, it's going to take you to the page where you have various tags you might have created before. And if you do not have a tag, you can have the option to create a new tag. So when you click on new tag, it's going to bring this little page where you can add the particular tag you want to create. So let's say we want to create tags like hot leads. As you can see, it is adding a new tag here. So new tag hot leads, you can add that. You can also change the color before you save it also. Then you can add multiple tags. You just have to use separate each tag by comma, and you can add as much as you want. So we can have hot leads, then let's say code leads, then you add another one. Then we can add website leads. Yeah. So now, as you've created all of this, then you click on save, and all of those tags have been added in here. So we have the hot leads, we have the website leads, we have the code leads. So after you've added all of the ones you want to add, you want to go back. Now, the part where people confuse a lot of things is how to use these tags. It's not just adding it and not using it. You have to make sure you know how to use all of these tags, and there are various ways where you can use these tags. So I want to check for the last activity time is before August 25, 2024. So that's a year ago. So then I can pick let's say August 1. Sorry, I chose July. So let's say August 1, 2024. Check for the leads whose last activity time is a year ago. So after you've determined what you want to check for, then you click on apply filter. All these people, as you can see, the last activity time was a year ago. So as you can see, we have all of this leads. So you can decide to pick them up. Then that means, as you can see, 50 records have been selected. Then you can use the tag button. So when you click on the tag button, you can see it is asking you if you want to add your tags or you want to remove tags. So when you click on add tags, you can be able to decide what tags you want to add. So if you click here, you can see all of the tags that you have, and you can decide to add whatever tags you want to add for each of those records. So let's say we want to add the code leads tags, or you can even add more than one if you want. But I just want to add this. Then you can be able to add these tags into all of these leads you have been able to filter out. So you can decide if you want it to override any of the existing tags in there. So what it is saying is that if there are any other tags for this particular record, it is going to remove them and only add this particular tags. So just for instance, if you want to make sure that only this tag, this code list tag is going to show up for each of those records, then you can click on this. But if you want to make sure that any existing tag for those particular records, for this particular record, you want them to remain the same, you do not want to remove the existing tags, then you do not click on this. So after you've done this, then you click on save, and now your tags will be added to this particular to the particular records you have selected. So let's clear this filter, and you can also create a custom field based on the tag you just created. So when you go to new custom view, and you, as you can see, we want to check for code leads. So you just click on code leads, and the criteria is going to be for tags. So you can check tag is, so you can pick whichever tag you want to check for. But since we're checking for code leads, I'm just going to pick my code leads here, and you can pick more than one if you want. So but we're only picking for code leads, and then you can click on save. So now that you have clicked on save, you are saying that the code leads is going to check for all of the people who have the tag code leads. Yeah, I hope that's not confusing. And another thing you can do using tags is that you can go to your workflow rules, and you can create a workflow based on a particular tag that you have added. So let's say I want to create a workflow rule, and I already created a video on how you can create workflow rules. That tutorial was very extensive, and I was able to like dig deep in how to create workflow rules. So you might want to check that out here. So you can create for leads, and let's say we want to check for code leads. Yeah, so you click on next. So let's say there is going to be a record action, or yeah, a record action, and it is going to be create or edit, and you click on next, and you want to check for tags. So instead of manually sending out emails to those code lists, we can decide and want to use a workflow rule to automatically send emails out to anyone who have the tag code leads. So let's say the condition is now going to be tag tag is, then code leads. So as you can see, we have various options there. Then you pick the code leads, and you click on done. So what this means is that it's going to check, Zoho CRM is going to check for every contact that has been created or edited, and it is going to make the criteria code leads. Then we can decide whatever action we need to do for code leads. We can either do a field update, or we can assign an owner, or we can also add another tag if you want. Then we can also send out emails, then we can add activities and do all of this. When you have determined what you want to do, so let's say I want to send out an email to my code leads, to anyone who has that tag code leads, then I can name this. So I'm just going to name this code leads. Then I can decide who I am sending to. Obviously, I am sending to leads, so I can just pick on the lead email. So after I pick on the lead email, I can decide the template I want to pick. I want to use for this particular code lead. So just pick whichever template you want. And I already created another video where I explained how you can create a new template from scratch. So you might want to check out that video over here. So decided the email you want to send, you just click on save and associate. Then this has been done. So what we are saying is that we are using tags to create a workflow rules, and we are using tags to send emails automatically. So tags are actually very beneficial for your Zoho CRM account or your business, but you just have to know how to use them and how to navigate them through in Zoho CRM. So you click on save when you have done that. Then you can yeah, then you can put off this automation. If you do not want it to be active, you can deactivate it. but wants it to be active, so we are going to leave it. So that means for every new records that come in and they have the tag code lead, that email will be sent out to them. Another thing to note if you want to use tags is that you have to make sure that you use a consistent naming. So for instance, you can say source, then source then website, or you can say source social media or source Facebook. You just want to make sure that you have a naming system, a tagging system that is very, very consistent, and that you will be able to track which one is which one, instead of having just so much tags that you are not able to track. I also want to make sure that we do not have duplicate tags. For instance, you don't want to have hot here, then you have hot lips. So you have to make sure that this is consistent, and just to make it a little bit neater. And you don't want to go overboard. There is no need to create 100 tags. You don't need that. You just need specific tags that work for that particular for your particular sales model. And that is how to create tags in Zoho CRM. So if you have been manually finding ways to group your contacts into various segments, you don't need to do that. Just start creating tags. And if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and share it to anyone that you feel is going to need this video, a Zoho CRM user. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.